So first video review for this week is For a Conflicted Woman by TB Markinson, which is the fourth book in the Woman Lost series. If you want to check out my review, I did just post that. So if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description below, and if you are on Facebook, Twitter, or my blog, there is a link within the post. And as I said, this is the video review. So A Conflicted Woman by TB Markinson. Honestly, Lizzie, what are we going to do with you? I mean, Lizzie's brilliant, absolutely fantastic, but sometimes I do ask myself that question. And this was one of those books where I was really asking myself that question. Lizzie is facing some new challenges, and she's trying to support Sarah, her wife. And now that she's a family woman, a career woman, you know, life is more complicated than ever. And there's a few past demons cropping up here in book 4 to add a bit of difficulty to Lizzie's already complex existence, and it is really complex. And Lizzie's kind of pushed to the point where she might not cope if she doesn't get it all sorted. And as usual, life isn't going to make things easy for Lizzie. She's not going to make the right decisions sometimes, and life's just not going to be easy for her. And Lizzie's not that great at helping herself, so you know it's going to be fun. And so all I can say really is Lizzie's trying. Lizzie's really trying in book 4 to figure out everything from being a mum, doing her career, being a wife, being a family person with her own family, and just trying to survive, which is what a lot of us do. But I love these women lost books. They're just so much fun, and with each new installment, I just love it even more. Lizzie's one of those characters, she sort of gets under your skin, and then once she's there, you just can't help but find yourself completely invested in going through these awkward and really humorous situations with her. And sympathising and feeling sorry for her, and then just so glad you're not Lizzie sometimes. But I mean, Lizzie, she has to be the most human character I've ever read. She's so real, and you can imagine all these wonderfully wild things happening to her, even the really far-fetched ideas. They would totally happen to someone like Lizzie. And that's the truth of it. There's no denying that they would happen to Lizzie. They would come to her in buckets, and they do. But as usual, TB's brought us the comedy and the humour that we expect from the Lizzie stories. So if you've read the other books in the series, you'll know what I mean, and if you haven't, well, you're missing out. It's something I just associate with Lizzie now, and I would miss it if it ever changed. If there was ever a book in the series where the comedy and humour and the strange situations and the strange goings on weren't round Lizzie, I would be worried. But I honestly think these would be the perfect rom-com series for films. I would love to see these made into films, and this A Conflicted Woman just really made that for me. I was like, it's just got to be. It would be a perfect film, and I can just visualize it all in great detail. What I like is how things have changed for Lizzie, and if you haven't read the other books in the series, you could enjoy this one standalone. But if you've read the previous books, you can appreciate just how much Lizzie has been through. And so to get to this point, she's finding the challenges that she faces now harder, I guess, because there's more to consider than there was before. And I can see the changes in her. They're very subtle, but I can see them, and she's only growing as a character whilst keeping all those typical Lizzie qualities that I love. She's not losing anything, she's only gaining, and I think it's fantastic. But I can't wait to see what the future holds for Lizzie. It's going to be so exciting, and she's going to have all these new wonderful experiences with her family. And you know, when I first met her in A Woman Lost, I wondered if she was ever going to get there, but she has, and she's slowly growing as a character, and so A Conflicted Woman was just an extra step in Lizzie's journey. So what is lovely about this series is this character development, and if you really want to read a story about personal growth and change, then Lizzie's is definitely that story. And if you haven't read the Woman Lost series, I really highly recommend it. This addition to the series has definitely been a turning point for Lizzie, and it only means one thing. She's definitely going to have an exciting future, and I cannot wait to read the next book in the series and then find out what's happening with her next. Every time I just pick one up, I get so excited, and what I suppose I also like is that they're so simple. Really, it's just somebody's life. It's like a memoir, and it's just so simple. It's all those stages they're going through in their life as well, and each stage is bringing them new challenges and changing them slightly, and you're just seeing all the growth. And that is how it is with Lizzie. You really get to see her grow, and she grew a lot more in A Conflicted Woman, I think, than she has in the previous books. I really saw that turning point for her where I think she's going to change a bit more now, and I don't know how I feel about that, but I hope it doesn't change her too much, because I really hope in the next book she does continue to have her Lizzie qualities that I really, really love. But it's a great addition to the series. A Conflicted Woman was so much fun to read, and I loved it from the very first chapter, from the very first moment, because I just knew that there was going to be so much drama and complication for Lizzie, and that I was going to have the best time seeing how she handled it all. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy of A Conflicted Woman by T.B. Markinson, which I hope you will. If you've read A Conflicted Woman, I'd love to hear your thoughts, or if you've got thoughts on the Woman Lost series, if you've read any of it, again, comment below, let us know what you thought of it, because I really love the series as a whole. I really love Lizzie as a character, but I also love this story, but there isn't much you can say about it without giving away too many spoilers. So if you've read any of them, please comment below, please let me know what you thought of them. And if you haven't read A Conflicted Woman, but it's on your to be read list, or you're planning to read it, or you're now really intrigued by this book in the series, or the series as a whole, please comment below, please let us know, because it's always great to hear what you're reading. And if you do read it, I hope you love it. Bye.